Guys, in this video I'm going to tell you why Thailand is still an amazing, great place to retire to. I've been here 14 years and done lots of stuff and travelled quite a lot as well and visited a lot of tourist places. So in this video, as I said, I'm going to tell you why Thailand is still an amazing, great place for people to retire to. So stay with me and roll intro. Hi guys, why wouldn't you want to come to Thailand? Huh? Look at this. Awesome. Come visit. Obviously the climate. Yeah, the climate is amazing. It's got its seasons, rainy season, winter and cold. This time of year it's pretty good because it's normally pretty hot in the daytime, and in the mornings and in the evenings it's a lot cooler and you get a nice little blow across from the wind. It's really good. But whatever the time is of the year, it's always time just to get up in the morning and pull a pair of shorts on, which is great, isn't it? So you don't need as many clothes really, do you? T-shirt, shorts and the occasional thing. And so what else do you think the climate? Spending obviously is a massive part of if you're going to retire. So some of you may be just on a basic state pension, you might have a private pension, but you can make it work here whatever it is. If you go to the tourist areas, obviously it's going to be more money, but you can still find good Thai mum and pop restaurants. I mean, a large beer out of 7 is or a large beer out of Big C, you can get a large beer for about 55 baht, which is about, I don't know, £1.30, something like that. And you can find a mum and pop restaurant that you get your meals on rice. So you get the rice and you'll maybe pack a pow or a crispy pork with kale with a fried egg, and you're going to pay about 60 baht for that, which is, but the beer's about about £1.30, and the meal for that is about £1.50. So for cigarettes are 72 baht, which is about £1.50, £1.60. I mean, I'm going on about 42 baht to the pound. Last year it went up to 47, so when you're getting 5 baht per pound more, it makes a massive difference. When I first moved here it was 55 baht to the pound, so they can make a massive difference on even a small pension. But generally things are cheap. If you go into like Khao La, Khao Nang, Krabi, into Phuket, and you go into more tourist areas, then you're going to pay more for your dinner and for your beverages. Great. We live in in the Panga province, close to the town, and it's very tight, and there's loads of restaurants here, and it's a great place to live. It's very quiet, and there's not a lot of tourists that come here, although in the last month or so I've seen a lot more Phalangs, Westerners come here, because we've got James Bond Island here. There's a few things to do around in Panga, and you get a lot of tourists coming for that. So what else? I mean, we built our own place about 9 years ago, so we only really have utilities to pay, and our electric, we just got the electric in, I think it's about 2,200 baht, which is about, I say £50, and that's with the AC running at night. And we have a little tip with the AC, guys: if you put it on to dry, that will take all the humidity out of the room, and also the motor's only running at half speed, so that's a good way to reduce your AC costs. But yeah, so say between £40 and £50 a month, and the pool's running 10 hours a day. So what about medical? There's lots of government hospitals about, and the last time I went was maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, get all my bloods checked. I think it was about 250 baht to get my blood test for HbA1c, triglycerides, cholesterol, blah blah blah. And that was about 200-300 baht, and if you go in the morning you can get it tested and you see the doctor in the afternoon. To see the doctor was about 50 baht, and they just go through the results with you. When you go to a government hospital, you have to queue with everybody else, and they take your blood pressure and your age and your height, all that. So it can be like a whole morning's trip out really. So, but then again, what that does, it shows you to slow down, you know. And so they're relatively cheap, the government hospitals. And if you want to see somebody like there and then, obviously in the evenings they have small medical centres, which normally the doctors from the government hospitals have their own little private practices in the evening. So in the evening for about 5 o'clock, if you rock up, you get in, and you can see somebody instantly and get what you want done really quick. I've used the ear, nose and throat specialist here, and they have a look in your eyes, very good English. Have a look in your eyes, have a look in your ears, because I had an ear infection. Showed me it on camera, very good English, and with the medication, it was, I think it was about 250 baht, something really like stupid like that. And also while medication, for the pharmacists here, you can actually buy antibiotics over the counter. So if you've got a bad tummy, or you've cut your hand or your leg or something like that, and you need antibiotics to help clear it up, you can go down there, show them it, and you can prescribe them over the counter. So another good reason for retiring to Thailand, so there's not really much pressure here, peer pressure for retirees anyway. I mean, you've got to meet your yearly visa renewal, which is pretty much a straightforward process. There's always going to be hiccups, you always think there's going to be hiccups, but they're very helpful anyway. But yeah, but there's no real pressure here, you know, we keep ourselves to ourselves, and we love it here, no pressure at all. But one thing you got to get used to when you retire here is it'll all go at Thai time. And a lot of people don't like Thai time because it takes as long as it takes, but what for me that's doing is showing you, hey, stop, slow down, easy, you know, my pen right, it doesn't matter, and things will get done. Always just, if you've got a few things to do, take one thing, go and get that done, and then when that's finished you can move on to the next thing. But yeah, there's no real peer pressure, you know, no one really that bothered about what you're wearing, as long as it's not like obscene, obviously, and you know, you've got to cover up in temples and stuff like that, and which is right, because you've got to respect the culture. That's one thing you should do. If you go and live in a foreign country, you should respect the culture, and you may not like it, but that's the way it is. But no one's asked you to like it, it's just about to respect it really. But also, you know, the availability of places to go and see. I mean, we're about 50 minutes from Khao Lak, we're an hour and a half from Krabi, Ao Nang, and we're about an hour to Phuket airport, so we're 40 minutes from the gateway. So what that means is you've got a bit of transport, but I've got a motorcycle and a car. If you want to go to the beach for the day, our nearest beach is in Koh Kloi, which is about 30 minutes. So if you want to go for the beach today, jump in the car, off you go. And a lot of the beaches in like Koh Kloi, in some places that we know, there is nobody on them. I mean, obviously if you go to Phuket and some of the big beaches there, it's quite busy this time of year because of the tourism, and that's what Thailand relies on, tourism. But we can go to a pretty much desolate beach within 30 minutes, you know, take a little packed lunch, or it's a big town, stop and get yourself some you know, some soft drinks and a bit of takeaway Thai food or something, and you can sit on the beach on your towel and just chill out, no one's going to bother you, and just have a bit of lunch, enjoy the day, have a dip in the ocean, and on the way there and on the back, there's always lots to see and lots to do. Yeah, it means Thailand is for tourists, obviously, and there's so much to see and so much to do. So that's always there. If you're, you know, you're a bit bored one day, or you think, yeah, you know, want to go and visit somewhere, there's Watts, there's you know, say the beach and everything. So there's always plenty to do. Always plenty to do. And so guys, yeah, and also another one really is Thailand will always have an assault on all your senses. You know, you might be driving down the road and you'll see like 4 people on a scooter. Once we see 4 people on a scooter and they had a baby in a bucket. And may not agree with it, but that's the way it is. The food is amazing. If you don't like it spicy, then you say my pet, and you don't have to have it spicy. There's a lot of my Thai friends that don't like it spicy. But it's very, very sociable. You know, very sociable. Like a normal way to eat a Thai dinner is, instead of when you get your meal on rice, like I spoke about earlier, you can get a selection of dishes and your own plate, and you have a little bit of each and just try it all like that. And if you like something like that, you then order another one of those. And it's very, very social. Thai people are lovely. They're very social, and they'll always help you out as much as they can, and also with a smile. But yeah, it does assault all your senses really, and that's good, isn't it? It keeps you alive. You guys behind me, you can see I've got a motorcycle and a car. And so fuel costs is around about 37 baht, which is literally half price. I think it's about 37 baht, about 70p. So it's literally half the price of fuel in the UK. So, you know, running costs for that. I mean, you can go to, and also for repairs, you can go to a big Toyota garage or a Honda garage, and they're a lot more money, because I put my Mazda into a Mazda's once, and they never really fixed the whole problem, but that was quite expensive. But my friend Toe, he found me a little garage which is just up the road, 5 minutes from me. Local mechanics, they fixed Penelope, that's her name. Really reasonable. I said I had some rats that chewed the wiring harness out, and she wouldn't run. She's only running on 4 cylinders instead of 6. They had it for 2 or 3 days and fixed all the wiring harness up, and it charged me 300 baht, which is what, 8 quid, something like that. So there's always that option, but fuel is cheap compared to a lot of places, so travelling's not too bad. The motorbike, it's negotiable because she does about 70 to the gallon, so that's really good. So when I go out for a day's ride, if you check back on some of my other videos, you can see that we've been around tourist places, Khao Lak, we've been up to Chiang Mai, up to Pai, and I've been down as far as Patong, right down the south. So I've travelled the length and breadth of this country, and everywhere you go, it's still great. Always brings a smile to my face when we go travelling, but also living in Panga brings a smile to my face. So guys, shopping. There's always, especially in tourist areas, there's always loads of places to go, and you can buy your fake goods, and you have to have a little barter with them, which is part of it. But don't forget, you know, don't try and get it for nothing, because they've still got their rent to pay, and they've still got a living to create. So there's always lots of shopping wherever you are, really, but it's mainly tourist towns. You'll find the big, like, warehouse or shops that do like your copy stuff, watches, t-shirts, shorts, trainers and everything like that. But also in Thailand there's a company called Lazada and Shopee. It's very similar to Amazon, and you can do online shopping on there and you get it delivered to your door. I always do cash on delivery, because I think if something never turned up, and then you got the hassle and the translation problem of trying to sort it out. So I pay cash on delivery, so when I get it, I pay for it. It's never failed me yet. It's always good. But there's everything on there you can get, absolutely everything. So there's always that option for shopping there if you don't want to go out, or you want to order. I order my water filters. Talking of water, our water bill is we've got a pool that's, you know, for top up. Our water bill is about 200 baht, no more than 300 baht, which is about 7-8 quid a month, right? So that's really cheap. But so guys, if there's anything you want to know, put it in the comments below. Anything I've forgotten that you think why Thailand is a great place to retire to, and or for whatever reasons you think it's not a great place to retire to. If you put any comments, say, down below, and I will endeavour to answer them all. So hope you enjoyed the video. Just daily life in Thailand, and take time out to subscribe if it's your cup of tea. Give it a little thumbs up, thumbs down, do all the stuff YouTube expects you to do. So in the meantime, Bad Badger out, stay safe.